Today what we're going to do is take a look at these questions that I had asked you to think about yesterday. What are some of the things that you like to eat and how often do you eat them? Thinking about, does the person live on the coast? Are they fishermen? Are they a beef farmer? Are they typically eating chicken? Are they vegetarian? Do they not eat beef? Try to think about where people are from and what they might eat. How much do you spend on household items and clothing? Household items would be things like cleaning, entertainment, all the kinds of things that you might find in your house. How many people live in your household? What kind of house do you have? What are the different kinds of energy? Coal, natural gas? Do you live in a hut, in a large house, in a medium-sized house? And what are the different types of transportation that you and your family use? What I'm going to do right now is go through a little bit of a map. Any one of these maps can be used to learn more about each of the different questions that I've got listed here, and if they don't apply to you, you can just keep moving on, and if they do, push pause, take a closer look at the slide to help you learn more about where the person is from. So at this point you should know the name and you should have come up with a good location that this person is going to live. So first slide takes a look at the total population of the world. So most and fewest people in the world, most is China, so it's much bigger on this map, and it helps to give you some basic information. India as well. Africa is pretty sparsely populated. South America the same. North America also the same. So it gives you all kinds of information on each of these pages, and like I said, all you have to do is push pause and then you can read, you can look at the charts, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the different maps. And the next one is human development. Again, you can pause and read more about highest and lowest human development indices. Life expectancy. Longest life expectancy, shortest. Japan, people live to about 81.5 years old. Zambia, 32.7 years old. Quite a little difference there. Ecological footprint is the amount of impact human life has on the environment and the earth. So here, places like United States, UAE have very high impacts, whereas Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Somalia, very low. Now I'm going to look specifically at wealth. This is a description of absolute poverty, general human poverty, living on $10 to $20 a day, people who live on $50 to $100 a day, $100 to $200 a day, more than $200 a day. Child labor, areas in the world where children live and work. Girls who do not go to secondary school, in most places that would be middle and high school. Different types of homes. General household numbers. Durable dwellings are homes that will probably be there for a while. Overcrowded homes, more people than should live in a particular amount of space. Types of energy that different countries use. So this is fuel use in general. Traditional fuels like wood, charcoal, biogas, animal, vegetable wastes. Power by oil. Power by coal. hydroelectric water power by dams, and then the production of different types of greenhouse gases. That we'll be looking at a little bit more as well. Different transportations around the world. People who use public transport, people who use mopeds and motorcycles, people who use rail, passenger rail, people who use passenger cars, people who fly in airplanes. So, what I'd ask you to do is to complete your name and your class period, and then yesterday you came up with a role description and the name of each of your made-up characters and where that person would live. We're going to work right now on your final scenario qualification before you go in and actually judge your individual person's ecological footprint. So, to get your scenario, you're going to do the following. You're going to take this sort of different possible houses, transportation, food, household items, entertainment, and environmental regulation, and you're going to match each of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, to home, transportation, entertainment, clothing, food, and laws and regulations. You're going to come up with your choices for each of these. You don't have to be very complete. Just make a note, apartment or ranch or Mercedes or mega, whatever. Just be brief so that you can get your numbers there. Then, each of those choices you make get a certain number of points. If an apartment, then you would put that point value here. If you chose a theater room, then for home entertainment, you would put down a 4, theater, point value of 4. Once you get all of your points added up, you'll come up with a total point value. And then you will fit into one of these different general scenarios. Either a regional environmentally oriented, global environmentally oriented, regional economically oriented, or global economically oriented. And each of those has some characteristics of what the world would be like and statistics for about 100 years from now. So you can see it ranges from 7 billion people in the world to 15 billion. Lots of money to quite a little money for the number of people. And then the amount of carbon that each one of them would have the world being. So right now we're at about 393 parts per million. If you're in this kind of scenario and everybody lived like you, we would be up to 7 to nearly 1,000 parts per million carbon. And later on we will go through and we will look at what carbon levels like that would cause temperatures to be. If you had everybody lived like you this way, then your carbon values would be about this. If you were globally environmentally oriented, then that would be the least amount of carbon. And regional environmentally, again, a few more people, not quite as rich, and a little bit more carbon. Last but not least, we're going to sort of look at how this looks at these different scenarios and how what we do in our lives creates a different future for us. So each of the branches is its own type of future. What we're trying to find out today is how will your lifestyles today affect our tomorrows. So good luck, and when you're finished with that, then go ahead and calculate your ecologic footprint and come up with what you think your hypothesis is. Good luck, and if you have any questions, ask. You can watch this as many times You can repeat it, and you can pause at any time.